There have been a lot of questions regarding the 14th Amendment in Section 3 and whether or not Mr. Trump is disqualified from being on different states' ballots. I'm starting a new series showing you different documents and resources that you can look up that have lots of different legal arguments included in them so that you can pull resources, look at it yourself, and make up your own mind as to what you think is the correct interpretation of the Constitution in this situation. The very first document that I would wish to share with all of you is called the Insurrection Bar to Office, Section 3 of the 14th Amendment, and this was updated September 7th of 2022, and this was issued by the Congressional Research Service. Now, this is an entity that is nonpartisan, that when they are asked legal questions, they send out memos when it comes to anyone in the government that's got questions on a particular law. Here's the memo here again, and it is available online, everyone. But let me take you through what they decided, what their opinion was when it comes to this particular question. In the aftermath of the events of January 6th of 2021 in and around the U.S. Capitol, there have been calls for accountability for those who participated, as well as for those who may have helped instigate it. The breach of the Capitol resulted in numerous injuries, multiple deaths, and significant property damage. It also delays Congress's constitutional duty of certifying electoral votes for President-elect Joseph Biden and caused Capitol Police and other law enforcement personnel to evacuate the Vice President and members of Congress from the House and Senate floors to safer locations. Some observers, historians, and other commentators are wondering whether the disqualification clause of the 14th Amendment might provide a mechanism to disqualify individuals who participated in or engaged in the siege, including former and sitting governmental officials, from holding office. Now, this is a 6-page document. There's no way I'd be able to read all of this to you in this particular format. So that's just a little tiny bit here. But let me take you through what the actual language of the disqualification clause says here. So Section 3 of the 14th Amendment provides, no person shall be a senator or representative in Congress or elector of president or vice president or hold any office, civil or military, under the United States, under any state, who, having previously taken an oath as a member of Congress or as an officer of the United States or as a member of any state legislature or as an executive or judicial officer of any state to support the Constitution of the United States, shall have engaged in insurrection or rebellion against the same, or given aid or comfort to the enemies thereof, but Congress may, by a vote of 2/3 of each house, remove such disability. So that's the language of the disqualification clause of the 14th Amendment, Section 3. The rest of this legal sidebar memo that's been put out by the Congressional Research Service goes through the different issues involved here. That's just a broad overview. Again, it's a short memo, but too long for this particular format. But I highly recommend taking a look again online for this memo. This is a resource that a lot of our congressional people use in order to figure out how the laws work. Here's one resource that sets out what they believe the 14th Amendment Section 3 needs to be interpreted as. You can go pull it up online. And again, I will continue on in this series, giving you different legal resources with different legal arguments, as well as going through very quick summaries of all of the 14th Amendment Section 3 cases. So stay tuned for the next video in this series.